Ouais, c'est comme ça. Regarde bien. Devant toi. Ne le rejette pas, ce corps blessé. Son jamais se plaindre.
What's going on? We back. Back for another morning session. Let's get to it, huh? Let's get to it. Dude, I'm having this like problem where it's like efficiency. How do I get rid of that? Because it's like not fully, it's just like lagging a bit. How do I get rid of this? I'm telling you, man, another day, another issue. What is up with this? Dilemma for the intro, maybe? Throw it back. I posted in the Discord, I was looking at this. You have a 4-hour closure candle 2 here. I was looking at this 15-minute off this T-spot. All this imbalance, and I wanted to see us close below this up close candle. When we tapped into it here, I wanted to see this candle close below. Didn't get that, I just punched right through and swept this high, so unfortunate. Could have got maybe a pre-market entry there. Just rode this down through the open. If I'm seeing setups like that, I'll post them in the Discord. That way you can hop in on your own. You know, not financial advice, but you can hop in with me. Trade your own plan, but take the same kind of setup I'm looking at, right? Good morning. But we swept this high. Probably come back in the range now. This 4 hours not really doing much. It's got an hour left in it. 50 minutes or so. I think I can do this. Why are there so many Chrome processes? That's what I don't get. When I do this, why are there so many? I need to get rid of this green leaf. So if anyone knows how to get rid of this green leaf here, so it runs like at full performance, let me know. You post them where they get lost with everybody else? Yeah, I probably should post it in a separate channel, shouldn't I? Yeah, it's just not 240 hertz. Like I can just tell it's 60 FPS now. The red dot's lagging behind my cursor. Control Alt Delete. Control Escape. Control Shift Escape brings up Task Manager. I'm handling, my computer's fine. It's just Windows is throttling down Chrome on purpose to like efficiency mode to limit resources used. But I want this to be used like to full capacity, you know? Whole F4. I could also just restart my computer, but I don't want to do that. There's a way to do it. I Googled it before the stream and I checked the setting and it's not that. That's Claude. How do I check my hertz like on this window? Anybody know? We'll let people trickle in here. As always, we go over our bias, news, POIs. Then we do a giveaway at the end. Post it in general chat. General chat, I don't see it. Just punch the monitor. Yeah, my brand new like $1,500 monitor. No, we'll talk about my bias. I'm really only interested in indices today. Yeah, I've done this. settings, performance. It's off. Memory server is off. So it's not that. I think it's a Windows thing. So modifying the Chrome shortcut. Yeah. We'll figure it out. It's not a big deal right now. Let me just like restart Chrome actually. Hold on. Just completely restart it. Let's do, actually, it might log me in automatically. Let me do this real quick. Okay. We're good. Oh yeah, it's better now. I just had to restart Chrome. I also just updated my drivers before this, so maybe that's why I was doing it. Computers, man. I'm tech savvy, I swear. Oh yeah, way snappier. All right, we're good. But yeah, I'm bearish bias today. Who can tell me why in the chat? It's pretty obvious. Who can tell me why I'm bearish right now? Who can tell me why I'm bearish? There's a hint right here. Here's a hint right here. Here's a hint right here. 3 hints. Come on, you're here to learn, not just copy. Submit your answers. Submit your answers. Also, if you look at the 7-hour profile. Daily profile. What's all aligning into in what direction and why? You know? I'm seeing some correct stuff. And it's also nice that we have, like someone else pointed out, daily SMT up here. Off that closure. As you can see. So nice little SMT here off this candle 2 closure. We're in the T spot. All right. New week opening gap. There's no wick on this candle, on this weekly candle low, or this daily candle low. So this is my super clean target for today. Take out previous day low that hasn't been touched yet. Also current low week. Nice candle 2 closure with the bearish daily profile, right? London is currently the high of the day. Looking for a London reversal to the downside. If New York wants to come up and sweep this high, we'll have a New York reversal to the downside. Looking for shorts. Okay? Even better if we have some kind of SMT up there. But look how we hit this -2. Got a new phase of price. Pretty clean. So why not come down here? Obviously, I don't expect to come all the way down there today. Could. But my first target is going to be previous day low and new week opening gap. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. So that's why I'm bearish. If you want to go look at the other stuff, I mean, gold, just chopping. Multiple inside days so far. Not interested in that. Oil's been selling off overnight without us pretty much every day. So we're so close to this low that I marked out here on oil. That's pretty much it. That's why I'm kind of only really watching NQ here. And you have SMT at all-time highs right now with YM and ES. So we'll see. I mean, there's some 15-minute structure here with the 4-hour close. You currently have a candle 3 closure on the hourly to the upside. Click on the 5-minute, you'll see that. So this could be, you know, the play to trade this higher temporarily, right? Because this is a valid entry right here. Right? This is a valid 5-minute entry. The problem is if I take this, I'm trading against my bias, right? I'm trading against my bias if I take this. With my stop here. And it's tempting. I mean, to enter like 15 minutes before the open. When this candle closes, we'll have 10 minutes until the open. I don't know, man. You're entering kind of close to the open. It could just like wick and then go. So I really wanted that 15-minute short, but we never got it. And Trump's speaking at 9:30, like people were saying in the chat. Here's news. You have Trump speaking at 9:30, right at the open. So kind of sketchy to take this when he speaks in like less than 15. You know, pattern-wise, it looks good, but my bias is bearish, right? So I'd rather just wait for it to hit my level POI if it's going to do that. Or it could just dump, right? You never know. But I'd rather wait for some kind of closure at a POI to then get short and get on side. So I'd rather not trade against my bias. But we can watch how it plays out, right? We can study it. I don't have to push the button to take a mental trade. We can kind of just watch. Just look, I'm not looking for a move. Remember, I'm looking for the move for the day. And then obviously this afternoon is interest rates, FOMC, press conference. So that is what's on the agenda for today, news-wise. We can watch how this plays out here. But remember, I tag my stuff so I don't forget what my bias is and I don't get lost, you know? It could want us to come up here and sweep. Hell, I might just want to come up here and then dump, you know, form some SMT or something. Doesn't really matter to me. We've also closed below these down close candles on the hourly. So I'm looking at this as a protected high on NQ. But who knows what Trump says, you know? Could do something like this. Could just dump, right? Pushing in the edge. Yeah, there's a little balance here as well. We're retesting. This candle 2 closure didn't really sell this candle 3 off. So I'm kind of thinking we might want to come sweep some liquidity. And this protected high might get taken out. Who knows? We tapped into this little imbalance here. Hit the -2. Got a new phase of price. And I'm kind of wanting to see like move lower now to this new opening gap. So let's watch. As for the rest of the indices, I mean, NQ looks the cleanest. This looks like it's just chop. Didn't really get the closure here. YM was strongest yesterday. NQ was weakest, and we got kind of caught in this choppy move to the downside. But our TP's hit. That guy better have deleted his account. You know? He said he's going to delete his account if we hit TP. I don't make the rules. Please look at the M30. What about it? It doesn't look that clear to me. Yeah, we're just in the wrong asset, bro. The previous day high S&T made me think the ES was weaker, you know? And then it's switched intraday. I was like, damn. It's all right. Small little base hit. Not even a full R. It was like 0.6 R win for me. Yeah, it took 6 hours to hit TP. That's what I'm saying. Or an NQ just went straight down there. I'm over ES, man. I can't be cheating on NQ. I honestly don't really like trading ES. I learned on ES and then I switched to NQ and I like it so much better. I rarely trade YM. It's got to be like a pretty clear, like one-sided setup. There's also no wick on this daily candle here on ES to the downside. Same thing here. No wick to the daily on the daily candle to the downside. Get over ES, man. She was never mine to begin with, so there's nothing to get over. NQ's always been Bay. What you talking about? We're about to open here in 8.5 minutes. Yeah, it's kind of fun when we move. We're moving like this, you know? Right now in the chat, 80 votes. 77% of people are bearish. I'm leaning bearish too. Let's come back down to 30K. Right here. Oh, what did I just do? $30K. Fill in that gap. Come back to these levels right here. But for those who missed it, here. For those who missed, I created some things. I probably should put an announcement in the Discord. But right here, I kind of showed it yesterday. In prop firms section, right? You can click these buttons. Boom, gives you some information on each firm. You know, their rules, profit splits, flexibility, pricing, all that. Click here to take you to the page. Lucid, Apex, Tradeify. There, indicator that we use and we give away once per stream. And also in the Discord, we're running some giveaways here. 2 fractal model indicators that expire Friday and a Lucid 50K Pro account as well. Click this button to enter. So indicators, you can get access here. You can click this button. It'll take you to a private video on YouTube. It's unlisted. It's not my channel. It'll show you how I set up my indicator templates up here that I click. I'm thinking about adding one more actually. And then you just dismiss the message when you're done, or it'll automatically dismiss. Same thing with alerts. There's a video I made on alerts, how to set up alerts for the fractal model indicator as well. And then journal. If you want to start tracking your progress, remember, here's the thing. If you're not tracking your performance, how in the world can you expect to improve it, right? So this is how I do it. It's super easy, automated. I just upload manually an Excel little sheet that I download from my broker every day. I just manually upload it. But most prop firms and most actual other brokers have just automated syncing. You know, TradeStation, when I used it, had automated syncing. So you just automatically sync your trades in there. You don't have to do anything except go in there. So if you want to join TradeZella, you click this button or hit this link, and then you can click here to see how I actually journal inside TradeZella. This is like a 9-minute video. So all these are private inside the Discord. All free to join, by the way. But I'm trying to add some more value in there for you guys. So that's the Discord. I'm always trying to add some new stuff in there. I worked on that a couple days ago. Why don't you do a weekly backtesting session inside the Discord? I mean, I could. The problem is we need to get this. I don't backtest on TradingView. I backtest on TradeZella that I just showed. And the fractal model indicator is not on TradeZella. I can mark it out manually. But honestly, I think T is we're actually working on getting this added. So that'd be fun. Maybe we'll do that once he gets added. But right now, we're kind of just chopping. But you're getting to see me forward test the model here. You know? What's better than that? Just keep in mind, we have news this afternoon, which could mean chop this morning if we're gonna wait. But we have about 3 minutes to the open, so as always, we're gonna sit here and watch. There's that 5-minute setup here. We are watching our NQ. Could spike up here to open, so we can watch that. This is London High, as you can see. So really just kind of watching this 5-minute form. I'm not trading to the upside. I'm looking for shorts today. But we'll watch how this 5-minute plays out. Remember, close above here, right? Stop at the low. So your entry would have been something like this. You could have gotten the retest for entry, or you could have gotten in on the closure. But Trump's about to speak in the next minute and a half. So this right there, it's the main reason I'm not taking this, and it's against my bias, right? Go for gold. I already touched on gold. I'm not looking at that. It's had multiple inside days. It's getting tighter and tighter. So I'm not looking to trade chop. I want to see external range high swept or low swept before I look at gold. Let's watch. Is this going to pop right at the open, or is this going to spike down? Oil shorts look promising. Yeah, we've been short oil. Biased. So close to this low over here. Kind of already just like took out previous day low, and it's back in the range though, so I'm not really interested in that. Equal highs here. Let's watch the open. 30 seconds. 30 seconds until billions and billions of dollars change hands this morning. Before we open, is anybody actually in this long to this high? I'll pray for you. You have Trump speaking right here in the next like 10 seconds. And opening volatility. Oh! Sketchy, bro. Retest of this order block here. On paper. Hell no. See? So we don't take those. Sketchy. Low's not hit yet, but it's not even worth it, dude. Even if you are right, like today on the trade, over the long term, is it going to play out in your favor? Probably not, you know? So it's best to just wait. I mean, if your stop was at the body, you already stopped out. The low is like a few ticks away. Look at YM. I mean, ES already took that low out here. So did YM. You're probably gonna get taken out here. Yep, there it is. Boop. We don't be trading against the bias, you know? Especially not at 9:30 open or when Trump speaks. So let's watch. We could get a 15-minute entry here. If we kind of just hang out and close here in the next 15 or something like this. You know, down to like the projections, fix 2R to this low, down to previous, sorry, current low a day. So that's previous day low. We get a 15-minute if it just chills out and doesn't just drop. Don't go breaking my heart. And like I wouldn't want to trade this because this would be a candle 3 closure because this 15-minute didn't sweep the previous high. So this is in a candle 2. If it closes like this, it's a candle 3 on the 15-minute. Currently. I'd rather just enter on a 15-minute again than like try and get a little fancy with a 1-minute stop. I mean, you have highs being swept here internally. We just swept the previous hourly high. I mean, dang. This could be a candle 2 on the hourly that just drops into 10 a.m. So, if you want to trade it, you could trade this candle 2. We just need a 5-minute entry. So I'm down to take like a 15-minute, a 5-minute short to previous day low. This, like I said, this has no wick. This daily candle has no wick here or on ES. So no wick here across the board. New opening gap is right here at this dotted line. Previous day low is right here near that current low a day. So, and look, what did we hit? What did we hit that I drew out earlier? That imbalance. Bink. So POI hit on this hourly. So we can look for some shorts off this closure. Or maybe you want to get fancy and trade the reversal lower. You do you. So far, everything's aligned for shorts. I mean, daily profile wise, London reversal to the downside. We got 4-hour closures off this imbalance here. We're respecting the T spot here to the downside. Let's cut on the daily range. Driven up against, right, the move we want to see. So we have plenty of room to run to the downside into this new week opening gap. You could even enter on a 1 hour. Stop at this high. Enter with a closure below here. That'd be a valid entry. But let's look and see, like, strength-wise, what are we doing? I mean, it looks like YM strongest, which I don't really care about because I'm short biased. NQ weakest, ES somewhere in the middle, so I'm not going to get in the wrong asset again today. Only question is, will it give us an entry? Exactly. I wouldn't mind like a 5 minute fair value gap form, protected swing up in here to short. That's what I want, ideally. And you can see how this like candle 3 closure here, that's about to get disrespected once we take this low out. We respected 50%, right? Went higher, hit this imbalance, off the open, just dumped. So we're now closing below the 50% of the previous hourly candle, which is great because that means we'll probably go for the other side of the range, at least. So it supports downside movement. Let me check. See, it's still got this thing with the green leaf, but it's not lagging. I think it was just a, when I updated my driver, it probably just kind of messed with the browser. And if we kind of just chop in here and don't have an imbalance here or something, just chop around, then it's going to look like probably like a 10 a.m. Like one only burn says. Oh, wait, sorry. Like zero in says. If you're tapping this imbalance, or these order blocks, or this candle here, series of candles, little breaker look, you know. Do I go to the leaf? Oh, okay. Is there a way to do it for just this? I don't know which one's which. We'll figure it out. It's not affecting performance for my screen, so we're good. We hit the opening price there. Boom. This thing's still shooting up. No imbalances here on the 1 minute, really. Oh, would have been hit, so. Don't leave me. It's a tiny, tiny 1 tick for value gap right here that these candles went up into. Personally, if we close like this, candle 3 on this 15-minute, could look for a 1 minute entry off like an imbalance or another protected swing. So if it's in a hurry to move, that could be the move. But the market's moving pretty nice so far. We're kind of seeing what we want, which is liquidity being swept, hitting a high time frame POI. Nice reaction off that to kind of start this sell side of the curve. So this is looking way better than chop over here. We're about to have a 15-minute closure in the next 4.5 minutes, so that'll be candle 3. I mean, let's go ahead and draw out targets, right? Obviously this level. Current low a day here, which would be, yeah. These lows are equal exactly. No wick on this daily candle. And then previous day low. So we'll just mark these out while we wait. Low a day. Previous day low. Let's mark out the new week opening gap, shall we? Boom, we have nice little targets. Let's get a little retracement so we can get in. These stops aren't that as, there aren't 100 handle stops on a 5-minute, which is nice. We're sweeping this high here on a 1 minute. Now, if we just reverse, then that'll be annoying. Let's see how this 15-minute closes in the next 2 minutes, 3 minutes. What do I think about the mental game of trading? I'm not sure what it is. I haven't read it. I don't read a lot of trading books, honestly. SMT everywhere. What are we doing? It was looking good for a second. Now we're just retraced that whole move. Let's take a peep at any like gaps. I mean, there was a regular trading hours gap. Come down to what? Looks like 50% of that gap and filled it in. Yep. So let's see how she behaves. So far, this hourly candle has just been up and down. If I weren't a trader, what would we be doing for work? I don't know. That's a good question. I used to want to be a dentist. Probably would have gone to dental school. They've been slaving away in some office, drilling in someone's mouth. But my goal was to start my own practice and then multiple practices. So I probably would have like stepped away from like the actual dentist role and just been like the owner and manage the dentist and also show up to work a few times a week or something. All right, well, we have equal lows here now. Let's see what we want to do on this pump up higher. Should retest this hourly imbalance. Do you suggest any indicators for marking up openings and midnight price? I used to use something, but I mean, honestly, it just takes like 2 clicks. Like, okay, I want to mark out 9:30 open. Boom, marked out. And just have like a color, you know, saved. Like 9:30 open. You can have text there or whatever. It takes like 2 clicks. I also find that like, it's such a simple thing to do, to mark out. You don't really need an indicator. Also, it's nice automating stuff like this. But sometimes I like having to go into the charts and like, okay, where do we open at midnight? Let me find it. Okay, boom, click. Okay, mark that out. Great. So like every day I'm getting my hands kind of dirty in the charts, like, and I have a better feel for what we're doing. I actually have to think about it versus just Oh, let me toggle on my indicator. And then it's not as like ingrained in my brain. Does that make sense? The London high could come up here. We just kind of did a little fake out move here. Back at this hourly imbalance. And right now we have SMT. I mean, with this high, it's currently this high. The high day is about to be taken out on YM. Whereas high day here has not been. So we could get some SMT at high day. Who knows? We're kind of just hanging out in this range still. So there's really nothing to do until we see something obvious. Look at that 15-minute close. I guarantee you some people just got fucked trying to short on this breaker. Fair value gap. That's what I'm saying. I don't enter off fair value gaps. I know. Someone just got fucked. Trying to trade off this hourly POI, off this breaker. This thing just ran you over. It used to be me. Let me close the poll. I know someone got hit. I'll go on Twitter later and I'll see it. If they post their losses. But you are a fair value god. Yeah, I used to, I still use fair value gaps, just not for entry. And if using for entry, it just so happens to be like overlapping with an order block or something. But I've been testing out this new scout model using 10 a.m. open. Shit prints. I was back testing it last night. Nobody loses in social media? I guess I'm the only one then because I post losses. Oh, I'll make a video on a loss. It's funny how the trades where I lose, like the recaps, don't get like nearly as many plays as like the winning ones. I think you learn way more from the losses than you do actually the wins. So if you don't watch those, you're doing yourself a disservice for sure. Look at YM, dude. YM's playing catch up. It was chopping all over here while NQ was just running, right? YM's like, it's my time to shine. And I think it's kind of fucking up the market a little bit. It's making the rest of it not want to really do much. Especially ES. It's just funny how YM will just like chopping out of nowhere, just doesn't really give you an entry. YM's the king of FOMO. But lucky for it, no one even trades YM really. Except like random TikTok traders. SpaceX pulling back. Is SpaceX even in the indices yet? I think it's in like one of them. But yeah, not much to do. I mean, we're just creating new highs here. Back at this hourly imbalance. This 15-minute wick is nasty. Zoom out. It's kind of getting a little choppy down here on like the 5-minute, even the 3-minute and 1 minute, just like all over the place. So let's zoom out. 4 hour. It's about to close in 10 minutes. Just indecision on this 4 hour candle. So, what else? I mean, daily profile is still intact for London reversal. We could want to sweep out London high, then finally move lower. That could happen, and that could be a New York reversal. But we're just kind of at this high. I'm really just watching this hourly imbalance. It's also what? A BPR. You drag it through like that. Overlapping imbalances. So that's pretty strong. We'll see how this hourly closes. To get confirmation of this hourly closure, bearish, we have to close below this opening price. Right? That's a pretty wide stop loss. It's like 100 handles on a 5-minute chart. Personally, Personally, we could also get a 30-minute candle 2 closure here. Look for a 3-minute entry or a 15-minute candle 2 closure here off this high for a 1-minute entry. So we got options at 10 o'clock. We got options. About to take out previous day high here on YM. Or actually, I already took it out. Today's bias is bearish. As you can see, red, bearish. Just waiting for 10 a.m. So far, the market's not done much, just opened and chopped. Saw some of the 10 a.m. Scott model. Maybe later. It's like a high RR model. We're going to keep the stream focused on fractal model for now. But it's nice. What I've noticed is like it's a nice little thing to look for alongside the fractal model, right? Because if you're already kind of getting a read on the market using the fractal model, and then 10 o'clock rolls around, you mark out the opening price and you kind of watch price. And if it presents itself, then you can take it, right? It's its own little like trade. But we can trade it alongside the fractal model too, you know? It's a little bit more like discretionary than just like the fractal model. But I think when you kind of combine the two, I think that's why my win rate was so high, like when I was backtesting it. Because I was kind of combining it. Like the mechanical closures for bias plus the high RR was kind of nice. What's up, Miss Darth Vader? She comes in here every morning and says, hello. What's up, Ben? Appreciate it. Not much to do. Just kind of wait until 10. We got 6, 7 minutes. Kind of watching. I mean, if you want like an hourly entry, you can get a 2R to like Nui Kubini Gap on the hourly. Be close below. If we close below, Also, I'm thinking we do a little surprise. I think we do a big giveaway when we hit 1,000 members in the Discord. Right now, we're at 761. Started it like last month from 0, beginning of the month. I'm thinking we do some kind of big giveaway when we hit 1,000. Already got a few helpers in there to kind of keep it civil. If our daily bias is bearish and at market open or 10 a.m. you find bullish setup, will I trade? No. Just like I'm skipped that 5-minute one right here that failed. See right here? There's no T spot there anymore because the candle 3 got disrespected here. But this closure above, right? Failed. You didn't get your you didn't get 2R on that. Or this high. You didn't get that high. It just kind of open, boom, knifed on you. So I'm not going to trade against my bias at the open, especially right at open. The small stop with 930 volatility, Trump speaking. And it's against my bias. Like, nah, I'm going to skip that trade. I like entering around like, in the 8 o'clock candle, hourly candle, or 4-hour candle. Before 10 o'clock, I like entering on like a 15-minute, maybe a 5-minute, and that's it. Or hourly. And holding through the open, right? But I want price to kind of move in my favor before the open, and then the open just adds volatility, adds fuel to the fire to where it's already going, right? That's what I like to do. And those trades are not very present right now in this market. So YM longs, what do you think? the time to long YM was down here, not up here. You long at the top. About to get a hourly closure here in the next 3 minutes. 30-minute doesn't look bad. I mean, 30 minutes is just a more detailed version of the hourly here. Hourly doesn't look bad if you're going to hold like all day, or at least just hold for this run lower. Your stop's just going to be big, like 100 handles. Is that the move? An hourly short? Put a limit here. SMT with YM, POI hit. We can also just look for a 5-minute, Look for if I got to form. Or a 3-minute, I say we just wait. I don't really feel like it. Ordering on an hourly. So far it's playing out though. We have that bearish structure still intact. We're still targeting what? These targets that we've drawn out. We've already hit this one, so we can take that off. Current low a day, previous day low, new week opening gap are like my main focuses this morning. Once we get here, new week opening gap, I'm assuming we want to fill some of that in, but we could see a reaction off that, off any of these, honestly. Let's mark this out so we don't forget. We have hit a POI. We're about to get a 30-minute closure here. So now this 4-hour candle is starting to expand a bit. It's about to close. See? Hit 50% of the wick here. I'll mark it out. You can probably see. There. And now you have another breaker. High, low, higher, high. Close below it. It broke you twice. That's a new concept. What is that called? A breaker that breaks a breaker. Let's come up with our own concept and let's sell a course. It's gonna be called not breaker, breakist. Yo, new concept that forms once every like 2 years. The breakist. Reaper breaker. Broker. Two-stage PSMT golden ratio. Holy crap, that was loud. Alerted me that there's what? A candle 4 now on the 4-hour. See, I'm getting these alerts, man. Go watch my video. I'll show you how to set them up. Because sometimes you get locked down on these 5-minute, 3-minute, charts. And all of a sudden you miss out on the 15-minute setup. So that's why I get 15-minute alerts. All right. Let's get like we can get a 3-minute setup. Let's form a little imbalance or something. We could even get a 1-minute setup here off this imbalance. We're in a candle 3 now. So let's form this wick and then roll. Insane volatility. I'm loving it. What's Trump saying? What's T-spot is meaning? It's just like the area in which you want to see from where we open up, right? Or where there's a change of state delivery. It's the area you want to see the reversal form or that wick form in the higher time frame candle. You want to see the protected swing form in here that we can short. Start closing above that, above 50% of the previous candle, then you pretty much expect it to go to the other side, right? But if we respect it, we can trade the continuation lower. It's like the G spot, but for trading. But I know some people got screwed trying to short this fair value gap right here off this breaker. Look. High, low, higher, high, close below it. Came back up. They probably tried to short this imbalance. Got ran through. Like the G spot, but for trading. Are we going to get an entry or nah? Just in a hurry to dump, dude. Oh my. What? That's annoying. I'm not limiting this breaker. Where's my stock going to go? 100 handles up here? I wanted to hit this, maybe create another entry for us. This is low a day. This has there's no wick here on this daily candle. Right here. See? See how the wick is forming inside the T-spot and you have already had a closure below here. So I assume this high would stay protected, hit the imbalance, rolled over. So just looking for this now. We're starting to see sell side of the curve. We could easily just sell off again like this. It's not too late. I don't care if we hit these levels. We have room to run to the new week opening gap and fill it in, you know? Look at the ADR. For the past 5 days. We could come down to fill in the gap today. Based on the average of the last 5 days. So. What's the name of the indicator? It's called the fractal model indicator. Here, I'll type it in chat. You can do exclamation point indicator. Give you a link. There's also a link in the description. All right, here we go. Back to this hourly candle. Guys, I'm not going to... I show up how to sell this stuff in the Discord. All right. How to set these templates. I show all the indicators and everything. Go in the Discord, watch that video. I made this video so I don't have to show everything off every stream. But the name, do it just for you, is average range levels by 2 degrees. I'm going to do this one time. Average range levels by 2 degrees. And the way I have it set up, all my settings and stuff are in the video, in the Discord. It's all there. Here we go. Nice little 3-minute tap into here. Nice 1-minute tap. Kind of looks like a breaker, doesn't it? You have your, shoot. Let's close below here and I'll get in. I wouldn't mind a 3-minute entry either. Off this POI. Look over this. Volatility is definitely crazy. I mean, look at my stop here. It's like almost 50 handles on 2 1-minute candles. 2 RB right here. I'm just going to go ahead and put it at new week opening gap, though. What's the 5-minute say? Damn, we didn't tap into that 5-minute, though. That's right here. Could be a breakaway gap if we're in a hurry. Let's see. If we close below, I'll get in. Personally, I want to see us hit this 5-minute imbalance. I don't want my stop to basically be at an imbalance high, you know? Let's come up here real quick. Come on up. About to tap it here on ES. Let's tap it here on NQ. If we tap into 1 here on ES, but we don't tap it into NQ, then that's SMT, and I'll still take the short. But I'll be honest, like, I don't really want to short if we're going to have our stop at an imbalance, you know? Any trades yet? Bro, you said you're going to delete your account. Trump speaking. He's back again, trying to copy trade. Let's watch. There's the hit on ES. Ban that guy. Nah. All right, we've tapped. Is Trump going to say some nonsense? You didn't get the 2R. The idea did. If I just left my stop where it was, we would have gotten it 6 hours later. Bro, don't tell me we're going to be in this shit. Or we just come all the way back. Color of my bed is white. Okay. Build in this 5-minute imbalance. NQ is definitely the weakest still. We could get a 5-minute entry here. We could get a 3-minute entry. 1-minute entry. Plenty of opportunity. You're looking for a closure below here. I like how we tapped that gap. Let's close, huh? Or are we just gonna wick? Damn. Maybe this candle? This next candle? Nice reaction there off the gap. Same with ES. Stay below 50%, close below it. Let's see. Gonna get the closure or not? Don't just close and dump down here. Close like right there. This is a pretty A+ short. I'm not going to lie. Everything's aligned with what we want to see. We've seen the closure for our entry. See, no closure there either. Gotta wait. Just keep wicking that price. It needs to close below on this candle. Am I still executing trading view? Yeah. But remember, I'm taking Monday off next week, so I'll have time for money to like move over to the Ninja Trader. That's why I haven't done it yet. And the browser's not giving me too many problems. It's just I could tell. Like when I had this market order up just now. So when I was like 5K. See, I can tell it's like lagging a bit. See how it's like stuttering? See that? What a shit platform. What a shit platform. Get me off this kids bot platform. I'm going to Ninja Trader. Well, I'm taking Monday off. I'll be driving back from out of town. This is looking like expansion, retracement to expand lower. If we just kind of come back up, I mean, we're expanding this range. I'll just like won't take a trade this morning if this is what we're going to do. Would you go for a 1 minute or 5 minute? Whichever one presents itself. A 5 minute one wouldn't be nice if we closed below here. Honestly, I'd want to see it close below this entire leg though, which is kind of, or it could close below here after sweeping this high. We're still inside the T spot, the previous. The problem is this 15-minute candle has 2 minutes left. So 2 more 1 minute candles, and it's not really an expansion candle, is it? For downside. We're back up at this hourly candle that we're talking about maybe entering off of. It's definitely a valid setup to enter right now with a stop at this high. On the hourly, same with the 30-minute. Swept this high at a POI. So it's kind of got that breaker look as well. It's just me. I want to wait for a lower time from entry to get a little better RR. With all these targets below. Maybe it's like yesterday where we had to just kind of chop around for a bit before we dumped, you know? Chop around for like an hour or so. 10 o'clock's where we saw the drop. And we're 15 minutes into 10 o'clock. The structure's still there for sells currently on the hourly. And lower. See how we're starting to kind of just close above this imbalance on ES. Close above the T-spot in the next 16 seconds. It's kind of just making me think we're going to just come back up. Which sucks. Because we're not going to get follow through. Down. Peep 10 a.m. open? Yeah, it's down here. If you draw it 10 a.m. open right here. There's no real scalp on this yet. You would need it to retrace, like. It's not a bad setup though for like if we did come down. It would need to kind of come down. It looks like it wants to just go for the high now. Damn, man. Can't get no follow through this week. Except yesterday, and even then, we were in the wrong one. See how we never got our entry there and never entered? And it just kind of started running higher. That's why you got to wait for the continuations, man. I'm not just going to blindly enter off a fair value gap. Like, don't make any sense. I'm using fair value gaps as a way to get a read on like what price wants to do. Like if we're respecting those, we're respecting up close candles. That's telling me what kind of order flow we're in. I'm not gonna blindly enter off that. I want to see a continuation form off of it. Then I'll get in. Got chopped yesterday. No, we made money yesterday. Just traded the wrong asset. ES was choppy, as you can see on this down move. In Q, pretty easy delivery. Moved a lot harder. And the main reason was because YM was going straight up. In Q is going straight down. So ES is going to do something in the middle, you know? That's why. See, we close above that imbalance. We're closing kind of basically at or above now the T spot. It just makes me think we're going back up here. Maybe we'll have some SMT or something, but can I 3 on 1 minute? Yeah, but I'm not looking to trade longs. I'm looking for shorts. I'm looking to get on side of where this daily candle is going to expand. Not trade against it, right? I want to see it trade lower. That's going to be my quick, high probability trade. People keep asking me about gold. I'm going to keep telling you the same thing. We're inside these daily candles. So until it sweeps out external range, we're just in this consolidation. With FOMC today at 2 p.m., does it change anything for not? Sorry, let me repeat that. With FOMC today at 2 p.m., does that change anything for you today? So FOMC, 2 p.m. It's kind of outside the scope of me taking a trade this morning, right? This news is coming out at 2. I don't trade afternoon. So only thing, when I see FOMC on the board, it just makes me more cautious in the morning. That's it. That we could get some kind of chop until then. Sometimes we deliver pretty nice before FOMC and I can get a trade-off. But I'm just aware that the market may want to wait for that news to come out before it does anything. That's it. Oil, what do I think about oil? Bearish until that low gets taken out. Right here. Daily chart oil. Bearish until this low gets taken out. Equal lows, nice equal lows on gasoline. All right here. Just baffles me. There's no wick here and there's no wick here. Just watching. Almost back up to this hourly imbalance. We're about to sweep out range high here. Just putting in this broadening formation. Just back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So no trades yet, which is good because it's just going up and down. Am I going to trade after FOMC? Probably not. I don't usually trade the afternoons. I might look at it though, just to see how it delivers. I'll glance at it, but I'm not expecting to take a trade. I feel like the last couple FOMCs didn't even do anything. It's usually the day after we had the move. It kind of feels like news doesn't even do anything anymore. It's just like war news that moves the market. Same kind of price action last year. Yeah, it's also a short week, right? There's a bank holiday Friday. We had what? FOMC this afternoon. That's pretty much it. So we're just hanging out. Maybe YM wants to get in sync after hitting -4. Roll over. Let's see how we start closing above the T spot. Disrespect to this imbalance. Now, just once we do that, it just looks like it wants the other side of this candle. This high here. Maybe when Trump stops speaking, it'll dump or something or move. But right now, it's just lower lows, higher highs across the board. It could come to London highs maybe. But like I said, I'm not interested in the longs. I'm interested in shorts based on the daily candle closure and the daily profile so far. Glad we didn't enter on the 1 hour here. Only like real entry that's against trend, by the way, for the higher time frames would have been this. Something like this. Higher on this new 15-minute. Off this imbalance right here. Protected low. That's really all I see for wanting to trade this higher. Or you could have entered like right here at the open. Stop at this low. Or something like this. But I'm not trading against my bias, so. Daily profile is still currently a London reversal. Asia, London, high of the day. Wanted to see New York continue down. You're just not seeing it now. So if it hits London high, it could still play out as a New York reversal to the downside. Otherwise, it's just an Asia reversal where Asia's low of the day and just runs higher for the day. But that doesn't align with the daily candle closure, you know? So I wouldn't be looking for that. I wouldn't be trying to trade that. And FOMC is going to come out. I could easily just like do some crazy stuff and just kind of screw up the daily profile, right? But we can still use it in the morning to get a read and take a trade. As I told, bro, gold boom fractal model. I don't see any POIs that these closures have hit to get me long on this. This closure's not at a POI off this low. It would have had to sweep this low. So I would have taken a trade in that consolidation. All right, high hit here. In here. Now what? Back in the range? Trump finished talking. Did he? If it comes back in the range, I'd take it. Take what? Hit this imbalance again. Hit this tiny one here on ES. It was untapped previously. Y'all so eager to push the button, just push it. No, but they want me to. They want me to do it. They want to borrow my conviction. That's what it is. That's the thing. When you just like come in here trying to copy what I do, or just use me as a crutch, you're just borrowing my conviction and my own abilities and trying to use it for yours, right? Whereas you should come in here and be like, okay, why is Zach not taking a trade yet? What kept him out from pushing the button in this mess? And from what kept him from getting chopped around in this? It's the idea that, one, we have news this afternoon, so I'm more cautious. Two, there's no continuation entries, right? Tons of things. Do you ever look at Financial Juice? I don't pay for it. I just look at, I have some Twitter accounts I follow that post like Bloomberg terminal news. Learning when to not push the button is just as important as learning when to actually get into a trade. Because trading is like 90% waiting. So most of the time, you're not pushing the button. So it's probably best that you learn when to not trade, right? Getting into a trade is the easy part. Keeping yourself out from making mistakes, that's the hard part. More trades doesn't equal more money. It just means more opportunities to make mistakes. Opening yourself up to more risk, right? 30-minute NQ, peep it. What? What am I looking at? Just a up and down movement. We swept this high, and it looks like it wants to come back in the range a bit. Yeah, it's either New York reversal or no trade, or this imbalance somehow holds, and we kind of just do this number for a bit, and then finally, after sweeping a high, we come back and just sell off, lower. After kind of creating this formation here, this broadening formation. People probably in here blowing their accounts, like, I want to push the button, FOMC day. And they're just getting dragged. Oh, okay, time to go short. Swipes them out. All right, guess time to go long, I guess. Swipes them out. All right, time to go short now on this imbalance here. Purges them out. It's like, you're going to get screwed. I'm going to short the breaker. Stopped. All right, I guess maybe I'll wait. All right, now I'm going to short again. Boom, stopped again. Just not worth it. All right, this is the real breaker. I'm going to short this one because there's an imbalance there. Done. It's like none of that's going to get respected if you're in consolidation, right? But the good thing is When you see this, people get upset. Like, oh, we're in consolidation. What comes after consolidation, though? What phase of price comes after consolidation? You get consolidation. Out of consolidation, you get what? Expansion, right? So this is just setting up some kind of expansion to a one-sided expansion. So yeah, it might suck. You might take a little paper cut trying to trade a move, in here. Once you take that paper cut, that's your feeler. That's when you take that loss, you say, okay, why'd I lose? Was it a good trade, a bad trade? If it's a good trade and I lost, like maybe the market's not ready to run yet and I need to sit on my hands, So you paid to kind of get a read on the market. I know people who literally throw in one lot just to get a feel for what the market's doing. Because when they have risk on, they're more in tune with the market. Like they're paying more attention, right? Took a little paper cut this morning. See, look, we're just coming back in the range now. Back into 50% of this range here. I'm curious though. Let's watch this 10 a.m. opening price right here. If we come all the way back down here, watch how it reacts there. Hold on, I'm gonna pull this up as we kind of chop here, real quick. Yeah, just outside bar after outside bar after outside bar on the hourly. You don't even need to be on a lower time frame to see that we're just broadening a formation here because you're just having outside bar, outside bar, outside bar. So when you go to the 5 minute, you can see that here. These outside bars being created. Back into the range we go. Isn't this fun, guys? Yo, look at this scalping model I've been backtesting. It's only 10 trades, okay? But I started with a 100K account in the backtest, right? Started with a 100K account, doubled it in like 6 trades, risking 5% of the account. Now I'm up 188,000, almost 190,000. The 66.6% win rate. 1 break even, a couple, 6 wins, 3 losses. I've only taken 10 trades, right? But I'm going to keep backtesting it. But this shit's crazy. Like, here are the setups. Bro. Took a couple losses, right? Risking 5% of the 100K. And then 24K, break even. 20K, 40K, 34K, 42K. Lost 5% there. Boom, 48K. Like, it's just compounding on itself. Insane. It's only 10 trades, but I'm going to keep going. I don't feel comfortable enough, like, with just 10 trades of backtesting. But that was what's crazy is, wait, go back and look at the dates. Are there dates on here? Yeah, look at the close date. Look at the dates over here on the right. In 20 days, just in 20 days, right? On the 8th, I took my first trade. It started the beginning of the year, 2026. Okay, first trade. 20 days later, I'm up like almost triple on the account. Almost tripled the account. Absurd. The model might form here in a a bit if we keep dropping. That's all I'm going to say. Wait, indicator at least for the vertical lines. These are just automatically on here with the fractal model. I'm sure you could turn them off if you don't like them. Or change, like, customize them, whatever. Those are some pretty crazy stats, though. 66, and that's a high RR. Like, I'm risking 4R minimum on those trades. 4R minimum on those trades. Do I join my back test? TradeZilla does it for me. How long have I been trading? Since 2020. This is all in TradeZilla back testing software. You can go through and look at all the stats. And these are all like 4R minimum trades. I think the highest winner I had was like 8R, 7R. It's a little bit more discretionary, but this 15-minute needs to close. I'm not interested in trading this right now. You don't even have a closure here. Yeah, this might look like a little swing point you can trade away from, but it could easily just come back into 50% of the range here. Chop around. Although this does look like it might want to roll on YM, so that's a good sign. Maybe now it's time to get in sync to the downside, right? Kind of did what I thought it might do, which is just kind of purge this high one last time. Then we get in sync and roll once Trump stops speaking. Once we get in sync here on YM at all-time highs, previous day high. For our scalps. Those are scalps. Those are like trades that probably last like 15 minutes or less. Or around there. Kind of depends on how price moves. Let's see. We want to see. I mean, I wouldn't mind a candle 3 closure here on a 15. Maybe I'll look for to short that. You know, we have 7 minutes. We're halfway through this one. To get a candle 30-minute closure, you're going to have to confirm it down here. So, whereas ES already did that. Yeah, it's looking like 1 minute is like your best bet if you want to short down to like these equal lows right here. You can see we did hit opening price here. Your stop could go here. But like I said, this candle hasn't closed yet. So it's not a candle 3 yet. It hasn't closed below the opening price yet. It's going to in 7 minutes. So we'll see. It's at 50% of the range here. Wait. All right, we're hanging out right at 50%. It could just chop. That's why I'm waiting for the closure, and I'm waiting to see a continuation entry. I'm not just going to short because I feel like it might go down there. I'm not going to short in the middle of the range yet. But now that YM's kind of in sync, you can see ES just accelerating down. Just all over the place. With high RR, you win rate strengths? Shit, not for me. Not on this model. In theory, yes, I agree. But so far, I'm seeing a 66, almost 67% win rate on this setup. Shooting for 4R. So. Like, watch. I mean, I only spent like an hour doing it. Right? Starting balance, 100K. Current balance, 288K. Up like almost triple on the account in 20 trading days. 66% win rate. I've only taken 10 trades, like I said, but that's pretty damn good. Doing 4R minimum. Multiply it by 100. Or multiply it by 10 again. That's 100 trades. All right, guys, time to sort this giant breaker. It just goes back up here. Oh my, not again. Not again. I think it's ready, bro. I think the market's ready. For some, now this is like leading, you know? Kind of annoying. Because I hate trading ES after getting chopped around yesterday. We finally hit that little imbalance that I drew out on ES. We're about to get candle 3 closure here. Plenty of room down here to run. Let's mark out the fill. Closing price was here. We'll just call it fill. Is she ready? Are we ready to party? Let's close candle 3 here. Sweep some highs. Then go lower. Yeah. Come on up. Digging into kind of this little price action here. Let's sweep some highs on this new 15-minute. Just kind of creating lower lows, higher highs. Another day, another chop. This is about to close. It's already kind of almost 11-ish. I said the longer we kind of sit here in this range, closer we get to like 11, 12-ish, the less interested I am in pushing the button, right? Last hope for shorts for the move to actually play out today, this morning, before FOMC, will be a reversal off here for YM. And that would get us all in sync to the downside. I feel more comfortable pushing the button then. But until then, we could just chop around at 50%. But let's sweep out a high or something. We need to close candle 3 down here, which means we need to close below the opening price of this previous one in the next minute and a half. And if we just start closing above the opening price here, see if I draw it out. If we close above this black line, then it's not a candle 3 closure. And we gotta wait for more bullshit. It tapped OTE. Yeah, I mean, I would just, you could use like this leg here for OTE, or you could use this one. It tapped. The thing is, 10 a.m. open is right here, and it hasn't tapped that yet. That's 10 a.m. open here. We'll keep this marked out. I mean, that's like below OTE. That's discount. That's 2-stage discount. New concept. 2-stage discount. When the PD array you're looking at is below OTE, that's 2-stage discount. I feel like there's people in here watching me that just don't even like know that I'm joking when I say stuff like that. They're like, is that really a concept? Yeah, Ahmed, don't leak it. Nah. I think Ahmed is the one. I think Ahmed knows the strat. I do not know Garrett. All right, we got the closure there. Candle 3 closure. Swept this high. Let's make sure our stop isn't going to be at like a POI or anything. Nope. You need a closure below here. for something like this. Why not do both, Ahmed? Why not top and bottom tick and trade candle closures on the side? 15 handle stop is what I was using. See, I was using a 15 handle stop. Or 20. That's why I'm back testing it, to kind of see how it performs. It could want to sweep this high here. And then all it needs to do is close below here. But because we're kind of digging into 50% already, it needs to really quickly close back down here. If it just runs, looking back at this high again. All right, when I see it come down, close below. Whoa, who tweeted? Y'all saw that? Yo, who's tweeting? Come on. They're fucking up our setup. Bro. Who tweeted? On some bullshit. So I'm saying, dude, this market's buns. Trump roaring. I told you this shit was going to happen, dude. I told you this shit was going to happen. They say we got a deal. They say we got a deal. And then they just back out. Oh, we're not getting what we want. You can't trust anything these people say. And it played out just without us. Fuck. Well, back inside the range we go now. Back up, higher. Let's keep sweeping. Back up. 10-second trade. Yo, 5-second chart. Anyone catch that closure here? Anyone catch that? Right here? Anyone catch that? Yeah, this is not the morning. Yeah, I said it 6 minutes ago. Who knows? That could be, I mean, it's probably related to that. That's the only news I see, though. 1 hour SMT on the lows. Bro, we got SMT everywhere. SMT at the highs. SMT at the lows. SMT at low a day. I mean, we finally put in a wick here. We need to sue Trump. I think he's got more money and more resources and lawyers than us combined. So it's going to be kind of hard to fight him in court. All right, well, low day was taken out. We still have low here. It ain't over till it's over, guys. Can we get a short off this imbalance? Or are we just going to go back up? Yo, Peter, don't go back up. I want to set up. Fill the regular trader guys gap. Nice. It's doing so sloppily. Am I taking the retracement? Like this? It's going to close down there in the next like candle or two. It doesn't look like it wants to. Looks like it just wants to go back inside the range again. Unfortunately. I mean, what do we expect? It's FOMC. What do we expect? I'm probably going to call it here soon. We'll see how the 11 o'clock opens up, but... You sent me something in the disc DM? Got it. You DM me? You trying to slide in my DMs? $6 gigabytes. What'd you send me? I'm not gonna open it on stream. Virus is gonna hack my AMP account. Hurry, get the money out. I know better than to open something on stream. Could be some weird shit. All right, we'll see. Back into the range we go. I think this morning's like a no trade day, honestly. As we sit here, Marty watched all this. We kind of knew early on, like when this, here's your sign, right? When we just came back up and swept this out and immediately came back in, that right there, if you took an L on that, like remember I was kind of making fun of people trying to short this breaker right here, this imbalance and getting stopped out. If you took that trade, and that, in my opinion, if you're trading breakers and all that, that was a good loss. If you took a good loss and then you saw us come immediately back inside the range, that was kind of like your warning sign, like, hey, today might be chop. We might just be expanding this range now, right? Probably want to come back down for this low. And then I'm going to see how it reacts at this low before I take another trade. And then we take the low out, come back inside the range here. And you try and short it again and get stopped out. Like, just log off. Because if you're taking good losses like that back to back and everything's aligned, daily profile, you know, daily candle closure, clear downside targets, and they're not really being hit, just chopping right above them, it's time to get off. Sometimes it takes a little paper cut for you to realize, like, hey, today's a no trade day. Yeah, we closed above this 3-minute imbalance. We're back to what? We're back at 50% of the range. Isn't this so much fun, guys? Check what the new system did. Didn't do anything. You would have gotten stopped out on the trade. And I wouldn't have long that either. Like I said, it's more of a, I'm bearish biased, right? And when you identify that we're just in chop like this, you're kind of expecting the low to be taken out. And my stop would have been like, you know, down here. So you were looking for something like that. The problem is you got a little tweet or some news or just volatility. And you're in this consolidation. So like, I wouldn't have taken that long. Only reason I'm on here right now still is like, cause I'm hanging out with you guys. And we might get, you know, we might see something interesting at 11. But that's like the last call for trades for me. It's like 11 a.m. 11-ish. And then we start getting closer to 11:30. It's like time to hop off. But we can watch FOMC this afternoon. See how that delivers. 15 minutes looking ugly. here and here. Note to self: never touch AM on FOMC day. You can trade the morning before. I've had some decent winners the morning of. You just got to be cautious that you can get consolidation like this, where we're just purging the high and making new lows at the same time. You just got to be cautious that you can get days like this or mornings like this on FOMC. And it's a bummer too, because like the whole daily profile is looking great. Nice candle closure on the daily, right? And then once we open at 9 o'clock, you just kind of see it go to shit. So yeah, you gotta be picky. I'm always picky. Sometimes probably too picky. Just they're gonna go down here now. Filled in this imbalance. Yeah, you can trade seek and destroy. I don't though. If the range is big enough, like if we're in seek and destroy like a 4-hour chart, consolidation where it's like on a 4-hour, just going back and forth, that's pretty easy to trade in like a 5-minute or a 15-minute, or even get scalps in along the way. But if we're like in a 3-minute little range, like I'm not even gonna try. Enjoying your company for a change. I always like hanging out with you guys, or else I wouldn't be on here. It's the people talking noise for no reason. Oil spiked on that news. Gold up and down. Gold took out previous day high, but it's still in this range. Still in this range. From this daily candle. So that needs to be taken out one way or the other before I get interested in it. Same with silver. Same range. And to be taken out. Oil just quick moves. This is tough to trade. This is probably the most news-driven thing on my watch list. Oil. Because the conflicts in the Middle East, so. Let's do a giveaway. Let's see how 11 o'clock opens real quick, and then we'll do the giveaway. I mean, you have a closure like here. Personally, I'm using this whole move up, not just this little candle. Oh, you could even demand this if you want to be more selective. Goes below here. Five-minute CAST. This isn't a protected high, so I wouldn't put my stop here. It's not even a swing high. 3-minute. Close below here. But you also need the 30-minute to close below in the next 20 seconds below this level. So it needs to close like now. Next 10 seconds. And you don't get it. So, yeah, no candle 3 closure here. So I'm not interested in the 3-minute. Oh, we got a little candle 2 here. But there's no protected high to put your stop on up in here. So you gotta wait for one to form, or that's about it. Or your stop goes up here, which you probably don't want. Oh, 200 handle stop almost. 4 hours still looking. I mean, why does it look half bad with this closure here? There's just no swing high to put your stop on yet. Yeah, it's just looking like a choppy morning. Even if it does move down to these targets, there's no entry I really see to hop on side with the move. And just because we've been chopping for so long now, there's no real structure anymore. So it could definitely chop down into these targets before FOMC, but it's probably going to do it without me. I don't see anything on the higher time frames that I like. Let's do a giveaway. I might just go to the gym early so I can get back and maybe watch FOMC deliver. All right, giveaway. Keyword is FOMC. Buns. Giveaway keyword FOMC. Oh. Make it small. There we go. FOMC. Type it once. You'll be entered to win here. Your name should pop up. And we'll end it here. We'll end the giveaway in the next like 2 minutes or so. Don't forget, we got other giveaways in the Discord. So if you don't win today, you can win in there on Friday. We do this weekly. Dang, today looked like such a good day we might deliver this morning. See, it's all setting up. Then we opened. And the market had a different thing in mind. He just wanted to chop. But we stayed out, right? No losses. Okay. You just gotta say it once and you'll pop up in here. I promise. Look, I'll look up your name for you. See, here you are. You're entered. Gimme, gimme, gimme. All right, we'll give it another minute. Let the people who are lagging in here. This dude's spamming. It's kind of funny. God dang. You know, there's a setting on here where I can literally like remove spammers from the list. If someone spams, I can just make it so they don't win. Maybe we'll do that next. Give him the indicator. Nah, you're on the list, buddy. You don't gotta spam. All right. Closing it in the next 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Boomer is the winner. Boomer 2456. I'm pretty sure he's a booster in the Discord server, if it's the right boomer. I'm assuming oh, you know what? I'm pretty sure is this the same guy? I think he won this Tradeify account and then passed it from the Discord. I think this is the same person. He won 50K Tradeify account and then passed it. I think it's the same. Yeah. He's making the most of these giveaways. 50K account for free. Passed. Yeah, DM me on Discord. I'll get you your indicator. And if for some reason you already have it and you want to give it to somebody else, let me know and we can organize that. But it's yours. You get to choose what you want to do with it. But yep, nothing really going on today. I mean, the structure's still looking bearish. And we just hit previous day high here, which is all-time highs on YM. Nice closure here. But I don't really see us doing anything until FOMC, right? Like I said, we could trickle down into these targets rest of the morning, overnight, over lunch into early afternoon. But it's looking like FOMC is going to deliver us out of this choppiness, right? So that's it. That's all I got. No trades today. We stayed out of the chop. Live to see another day. Capital preservation is rule number 1. Remember that. But that's it for today's stream. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Zach. We go live at 9 a.m. every day. And make sure you hit that like button. Helps me out. Helps the stream out in the world of YouTube, algorithms, all that stuff. And if you are not in the Discord already, it's free to join. There's a link pinned in the chat. There's a link pinned in the description. Click that. Join us inside. And you can hang out with us outside of these streams. But I appreciate you guys for coming in. It was looking good. We identified chop, stayed out of it. Didn't get any kind of continuation off this daily profile to go lower. So there's really nothing to do except watch. No trade. But I'll catch you guys in the next stream.